Hello, this is Mike from Dimensional Walking, and today I'm going to do what I think is pretty interesting. It's a little bit of a hypothetical, but I think it's probably going to happen someday, or we're going to have the opportunity for this particular thing to happen. Anyways, we're going to call this one alien ethics. Should we invite them to Earth? That's aliens, okay? So, if the aliens knock, do we let them in? The moral dilemmas actually of inviting extraterrestrials to Earth. I want to discuss that a little bit and see what you think. Okay. So humanity's frustration, humanity's fascination and frustration, I guess, in many ways, with extraterrestrial life has captured our imagination for centuries. As science inches closer to detecting life beyond Earth, and I personally believe aliens are among us right now, the hypothetical question looms larger all the time. Should we invite them to our planet? Okay. It's a question that is part science fiction and part philosophical. That's a quandary, I guess, and wholly consequential. Obviously, this would be a biggie, right? At its core is the issue, isn't it just about technology readiness? There's more to it than just tech if we're ready, okay? It's about moral and ethical implications of such a monumental decision, okay? So this is big. It's just not that, yeah, we technologically ready to accept them or look at them, but there's other things we have to think about, and that's what we're going to discuss a little further here. Ethical dilemma, the ethical dilemma. At the heart of the conundrum lies an essential question. Who decides what is right and just what are we dealing with this unknown advanced uh, intelligence? Okay? And they're advanced. There's no doubt about it. Aliens are advanced. They didn't get here through all the strangeness of outer space, etc., without being very smart. Okay? We can hardly get back to the moon, let alone maybe across the galaxies or beyond, okay, or through dimensional walking or whatever they do to get here. And they've probably been here for a long time. They came many, many years ago on top of it. So there is a risk of harm. So human history offers lessons in caution. Encountering between civilizations, often shaped by power imbalances, have frequently led to violence, societal collapse. Uh, would our own bias, fears, and power struggles put us at risk for interacting with an alien race? Might an invitation expose us to harm? It could be intentional harm or it could be accidental harm. Hard to tell. So then we got cross cultural morality. We need to grapple with the question of intergalactical etiquette. What moral obligations do we owe to these beings that might possess intelligence, consciousness, and their own ethical and their own systems of thought? There is a precedent for this cross species dialogue on this scale, and miscommunication could spell trouble, big trouble. So, what are the potential downsides of an invitation? Well, they're large. The potential benefits of inviting extraterrestrial to the Earth are undeniably compelling. And here's a few of them. Technological advances. The possibility of transfer of knowledge and technology. Advanced alien civilizations could possess solutions to some of Earth's pressing challenges, from climate change mitigation to medical breakthroughs. Engaging with extraterrestrials could trigger a new era of innovation. No doubt about it. The perspective of the universe. Meeting beings from other worlds could fundamentally alter our understanding of our own existence. It might offer profound insight into life's purpose and mysteries of the cosmos, uh, catalyzing a cultural renaissance on Earth. Intergalactic alliances. This is another possible benefit. Assuming mutual goodwill, which is hard for humans to imagine mutual goodwill these days, especially. A relationship with extraterrestrials could open a door to alliances that extend humanity's influence and presence beyond our own solar system. A cosmic partnership might benefit all species involved, probably more us than more intelligent uh, aliens. Okay, so there we have these practical concerns and safeguards. If humanity does choose to issue an invitation, the need for thoughtful preparation cannot be overstated. We must develop the following: clear communication protocols, establishing universally comprehensible symbols or languages, global uh, consensus. Decisions of such magnitude should involve input from a diverse array of nations, cultures, and disciplines. Then we got the risk of mitigation plans, contingency for worst case scenarios such as misunderstandings or hostile intent. Okay? I think we have to be prepared for the worst, obviously. So, a test of humanity's moral maturity. The question of inviting aliens to Earth is ultimately a test of our collective wisdom. Are we prepared to confront our own flaws, our tribalism, our short sightedness, and our fear of the unknown? To embrace the possibility of an intergalactic, interstellar future? I don't know. What do you think? As we continue the search for extraterrestrial life, perhaps the most immediate question is not whether we really want to welcome aliens, but whether we really are ready to rise to the ethical challenge they pose. Is not the decision to let them in or keep them out is not just about aliens. It's about our reflection on who we are and who we aspire to become. Let us let me know if you like any refinements. Anyways, so one of the things there we have these different historical encounters between civilizations on Earth that can offer some interesting lessons, and us go through a few of these that actually have happened in the past. So the Europeans, of course, colonized the Americas. So they arrived, they interacted with the indigenous people, and often led to pretty devastating consequences, including the spread of diseases, the exploitation and cultural erasure, getting rid of or eradicating tribes, groups of Native Americans or Indians, whatever we're calling them. These highlights the risk of powerful imbalances and unintentional consequences on contact between vastly different societies. So, and then we got something that involves Europe and Asia and the Middle East, and that was called the Silk Road, where this was this tremendous cross-cultural exchange. So this again, this ancient Silk Road facilitated trade, cultural exchange between Asia, the Middle East, and Europe. While it brought economic and cultural enrichment, it also spread things like the Black Death, So that underscores the dual nature of contact, potential for mutual benefit, but also unforeseen risks. Okay, so it's this big plus and minus. So the age of exploration, encounters between European explorers and isolated island communities, let's say such as islands in the Pacific, also led to the disruption of local ecosystems and societies. These interactions remind us of the importance of respecting the autonomy and the well-being of less technological advanced groups. Okay. Next, we had the Cold War and the space race. While not a direct encounter between civilizations, the Cold War era space race demonstrated how competition and mistrust can shape humanity's approach to the unknown. It serves as a cautionary tale about the importance of fostering cooperation rather than conflict in interstellar interactions. These examples, I say, emphasize the need for careful consideration of ethical uh, principles, clear communication, and mutual respect for engaging with an unknown civilization. They also highlight the importance of preparing for unintentional consequences, thus ensuring we truly know what we are getting into. Because many times we get into things that we don't really understand because we didn't stop for a minute and take a deep breath. Okay. And that seems to be quite more apparent today than ever before. But, anyways, so what do you think? Knock, knock. Do you let them in? Let me know. Thank you.